Hey everyone, this is Lisa with crepemyrtlerow. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how I decorate my living room tree. I do this in a farmhouse rustic style, and for the first time ever I did the ribbons on it this year. So I'm going to show you how I go about doing that and the whole process of me putting up the tree and getting to the end. I'm not showing every little thing, I'm just showing, as I start the process, so it's not going to be that long to watch. So I hope you stay tuned and let's just get to it. Okay, one of the first things I do is set my tree up, go ahead and plug the lights. This is a pre-lit tree, which I don't really recommend getting. I knew better than to get this last year, but I still did. Look, one strand's already not working, and this is why I like to plug it up first. I bought one of these things to test the lights and fix it. I have tested everything, and after further investigation, it turns out, I'm sorry, it's not wanting to focus. Get back over here. Okay, turns out that every single bulb on this strand looks like it's blowed. I'm not an electrician, so I can't tell you why it did that, because I checked the fuses and they're good, so I don't know, and my husband and my son are not home to give me an explanation of that right now. So it's just a small section, and I was going to add colored lights to this one this year anyhow, so I don't think it's going to be that noticeable once I get my other lights in. So now that I've got it put together, set in here, the next thing I'm going to do is start fluffing the tree. And this is a skinny tree. I got it from Walmart last year. It's just like a 2.5 foot diameter at the bottom. And the branches on the bottom half are like hinged. Now when you get up here to the top, they're just like wired in. They don't actually hinge back and forth. But to fluff the tree correctly, you need to touch every single branch on this tree. Every single one that comes out, I pull out and I fold and bend and manipulate every single branch to get it full and lush looking. After I do that, I will go in and add my colored lights, and I will show y'all how I do that step. Okay, one other tip I forgot to tell you. Get you some good gloves when you do this, because it will scratch up, and really wear long sleeves. I'm burning up today. It's still hot here in South Carolina, and so I'm just trying to stay cool while I'm doing it here. But I'm just going to show you real quick when I say talk about fluff. Like, this is one of the branches here. I start in the back and I go up to the sides, down, and I just kind of keep alternating that up, down, to the side until I get one done. I'll pull down the one beside it, and I kind of do the same thing. And I do this with every single branch on this tree until I get it fluffed up. And there's still going to end up being little spots that seem to be bare sometimes. Just happens with these trees. I don't have one of them high dollar trees. I think this one was maybe $100. No, it was like $99, I think. It's a 7.5 foot, or no, 7 foot tree. But so I fluff it up like that, and let me just show you kind of right quick how I do lights. I do them the quick and easy way. I don't go around. I don't go up and down. I plug them in, and I start at the back, and I just kind of lay them on here, and I just lay it down, come to the end, loop it, and go back and just lay it there. I don't twist them, I don't wrap them around, because then that takes a lot more time of getting these lights off. And when it's all said and done, as much stuff as as long as it as much stuff as I put on my tree, there's no need to, maybe if I get in focus here. So as much as I put on here, there's no need to worry about seeing the cords. And you don't see them. Once I just literally lay them on there. I know some people take and they twist. down the branch and down the branch back. That takes forever to take off. So just laying them on there like I do has worked for years for me. And then when I want to take them off, I literally grab one end and I just start rolling it and they just come right off. It's no big deal. And I typically don't go all the way around. I will, which I'm just doing this one to show you, I will take it off. I will start up against my wall. I will come this way till I get up against the wall again, which will almost be all the way around, but I don't have to worry about going around the tree. I can do it all from one side and leave my tree in place. Then I'll come back this way and go up a layer, and I'll just keep going up layers like that. Now another trick is if you have a larger tree, and the one I used to have was one that was like 3.5 foot tall, and of course it was in sections. This one's in 3 sections. A good tip to do with a larger tree is to do it by section. Like, don't put your other sections on. I mean, check your lights, see if everything's working. Take the bottom section first, do the 1 row, and I would take like a big bungee cord and tie up the other rows until I got the 1 row completely done, lights on. I would let a row down, bungee cord back up the other ones, and start with the next row. And that just made it so much quicker to do and easier to do. So I'm going to continue getting my tree fluffed, getting the lights on, and then I'll show you what's next. And let me just get around here and show you. I just like jam these all up in the top. I'll put some ribbons and stuff around that, and then I will do, try not to make you too dizzy here. I have this garland that is like the kind of like a grapevine wreath, but it comes like this. You can find it at Hobby Lobby already in a garland form, or you could take apart a grapevine wreath, but it's a lot more difficult. So I have about 3 or 4 bundles of that I put on, and then once I get that on, this year, for the first time in many years, I'm going to use ribbons. So I've got these 4 different kinds. I know a lot of people just use 3, but I couldn't decide between, I knew I wanted these 2, and I couldn't decide between that one and that one. So I'm going to try it with all 4, and I'm going to do ribbon down through there, and I'll show you the method that I use. And doing that, I probably won't use as many of these ornaments. So I have, you know, usually I use all of these. I'm one of those that when you think you've got enough on, you need to add a few more things. Y'all know me and everything I do. So I've got these, what looks like snowballs, all of these bows. I may not end up using these this year with this other ribbon, even though it goes with it. And then I've got, so I have a really farmhouse rustic style decor. One thing I'll show you, it's really neat. I made these years ago. Let me unhook them. I found these little packs of the little picture frames, and this is my mother-in-law and my father-in-law back when they were dating years ago. And then I got different ones. This was my grandmother when she was a teenager. So I just have different ones like that. This one's actually me when I was a baby. And I want to add more of them this year. I can't find these. These used to come, these are like plastic ones, and they used to come in a pack of 3. And you could find them all the time. I haven't been able to find these anymore. However, I found some similar to this size that are square from Dollar Tree this year. So I picked up a few of those, and I hope to get some of my kids when they were babies, my son-in-law and my son's girlfriend, all of those onto the tree this year. Because so far it's just been like our parents, my husband and I's parents, and grandparents and us when we were babies, all in the black and white. And then I have these to go on. So like I said, knowing that I'm using the ribbon this year, that's going to take up a lot of the space. So I don't know that I'll use everything this year. I'm just going to play around with it and see. But this is another good idea. This is just one of those pop-up tables, and I set it out and have everything laid out here to where I can find it, and it makes it so much easier to decorate the tree, to not just dig through a box of everything jumbled together. Now sometimes I'll even completely separate this even more. So I mean, it's like these are separate from that. But now that I bought these bins last year, and they're the ones with the little red tops, and they snap on, found them at Walmart. They make it a lot easier to see everything, you know, fairly easy in there without taking every single thing out of the bins. Plus, I have lots and lots of picks that go in. These kind, I have berries, and I use cotton. And I don't see my thing of cotton around here, but anyhow, the stems of cotton that I put in there. So I'm gonna start working on putting the topper in, and I'm not going to film that just because of it's a little more difficult of getting the camera in an angle to film it without me being in the way of the camera. So once I get that done, I will show you what I have at that point. Okay, so I got the first one done, and what I did was I took my ribbons, my 4 together, and I'll show you again in a minute. I come down about 6 inches. I went way back in here, found a branch to hook it on, and then I just kind of looped it down, come at a slight angle to the front, and found another spot, and I just took one of the branches and looped it there, and then just kind of spread it out. And I will continue to do that around. Let me adjust this camera. Let's see if I can get down a little bit and over here some. Okay, so what I do is I take my 4 ribbons, and like I say, a lot of times you just use 3, but I'm using 4, and I just put them together, the ends, and I measure out. I'm just using my hand as kind of a guide of about where I want to take and pinch that together. And then I'm going to come over here about midpoint of where this loop was, and then I'm going to go in this direction. So I'm just going to come in here, get deep in here as I can, find one of these branches that's loose that I can twist around, which is hard to find with these, and then I'll have those tails there. Let me scoot it around here a little bit so you might can see a little better. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time trying to do a decorate with me, and it's difficult learning the trick. So come back down to the end, use my hand as a guide, pinch this together, and then just pull it down. I don't want it like real poofy, like I don't want it way out there, but I don't want it like pulled tight. So I want it a little bit like that. And again, just find me a branch that I can twist around to hold it. And now I'm just going to take and spread the ribbons out the best I can. There. And take the tails and do the same thing. Spread those out. And I'm going to continue doing that on like I did that one, kind of going that way, this one this way. Now I will find about the midpoint of this one, drop down and go that way. And I'll just kind of continue to do that all over the tree. And I'll show you what that looks like once it's finished. Okay, now I have the ribbon on everywhere. So now I'm going to take just different picks. I have a lot of these berries. I have other greenery. I've got all kinds of things, and I may mix them up. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do everything. But I'm going to take these, and like where I put the ribbon, tied the ribbon in, now I'm going to just shove one of the picks there. And I'm going to just go around each place I tied one and then put a pick to kind of help hide that that's tied in there. Okay, now I've added more of my picks. Get you a little closer. I'm trying to hold this tripod in my hand and do this. It's kind of crazy. But as you can see, I've added my cotton picks. I've added these berries. I've added these little pine cone picks. And I've just kind of spaced them all around. Well, here is the finished tree. And I still have to decorate there and everywhere else. But I just wanted to do a video just to show you this tree. And of course I will do it when I get everything done. I will go through and show a whole home tour of everything. But I just thought I would show you how the tree comes out. I'm not so sure about my skirt. That was meant to be on a bigger tree. So when I pull it out full size, you can see down in it, I'm not happy with it. So I'm probably going to just get some cloth in the buffalo check and put that down there. And I do have the colored lights mixed in with the clear that the tree was already decorated in. And there's those ribbons. I'm loving how that turned out. And I need to do ribbon as a top or a bow or something. You know, I know how to make them. I like those antlers. Here's one of my favorite things. It's the rooster there. I love him. And then there's some of those pictures that my husband's making noise in there if y'all hear that. And then there's like some of the cotton and all that. And let me scoot back over here. And I see a couple places like right there. That's two white things hanging at the same level. I'll change that. Sometimes I'll tweak this tree for days. After sitting and looking at it, I'll see things I need to move and, you know, just start moving stuff around. But for the most part, that's it. And believe it or not, I almost used every bit of all of those decorations. Hence, you don't see much of my tree underneath there. But that's why I said it didn't matter about the light cords, because you don't really see them. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. And if you aren't already subscribed to me, please do so. Hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified each time I upload a video. And come over to Instagram and follow me, and you will see pictures sometimes before I post on here. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and be on the lookout for other videos. I'm going to continue my decorating. I will get to the top of my entertainment center, over that fireplace, which is a mess right now. And, you know, my kitchen tree is one of my favorites I do, and it's in like a peppermint and gingerbread theme. So I can't wait to show y'all that one. And in my dining room hutch, I got several. So I'm hoping to get at least 2 out a week of my videos, and hopefully by the first week of December, the end of that week, have a total room tour for y'all to see. So y'all have a very blessed day. Bye.